Hello, welcome to my day 19 of my math vlogs. Now today we discussed about trapezoids and kites. And basically it was not as difficult as we thought because it's exactly like rhombuses. In fact, kites are really just generally look like rhombuses because it's just stretched outwards longer, making it a kite. And this way, I saw it as something that was advantageous. I saw it something that in class, it seemed easy in hindsight. But in reality, we had homework. We had to define what it was. We had to do all these things that weren't as touched on due to our failing grades. And I think that's the difficulty with math, really. It's the grades. It's knowing that even if you understand the lesson, it can only be proved through tests. It can only be proved through you knowing how it goes. So then I asked myself, how do you go about this? Because I said in my last vlog that all you really need is optimism. You need a good mindset. You need a positive mindset in order for you to go about math without you complaining. And I suppose the only way that this can happen is just that you were to understand everything, listen, break everything down if you don't understand. And actually, that was really helpful for me because now that we had this, we were able to understand why. And afterwards, later on in the day, we were given we had a paideia, and the paideia was so fun. In fact, I was able to understand it through little things, and we were told to build a bridge. In fact, we watched a video on uh, how they made arenas, how they made those Super Bowl arenas or those coliseums where they put the events or they're held. And with this, we were taught how it was so lightweight, how everything didn't crumble down, and it managed to keep its dome shape without it crumbling. And that's because of these uh, troughs. I think it was called. Sorry if I didn't research this from memory. I think it was called a trough, and basically, it was triangle supports that were same on two parallel lines, basically on each end, and it worked because the triangle, all the force was able to be distributed like it was curved, like it had a what's the word I'm looking for? It had a radius, and this way, with this curve, it was able to support what was on top, and despite it being looking so simple, the reason why it worked was because it wasn't heavyweight, because it was just metal and it was air in between them. So there's nothing pulling it down. Its weight wasn't against itself. And that's something that was further put into how do you build a bridge? And then that relies on like what makes of a bridge, what is a bridge, and how do you do it? You know, what are the things that need to be taken into consideration? And these were first of all these were location, the materials used, how many days does it take to use it, construction, how do you build it, the design really is really what's important. And then we talked about what was scaffolding. And basically, it was the skeleton of the building. And something really deep came from this. You'd think, oh, it's just another boring lesson with nothing but constructing. And, you think, oh, maybe it's related to constructing of angles and figures. But no, actually, the Paideia was there for reflection, really. So he gave us a task saying that, what do you think are you in a building? Are you a foundation, the solid floor, the solid ground that holds everything together? Are you the scaffolding, the metal exterior that supports the entire building, but eventually will be taken off? Or are you the materials needed in order for you to do it? And I realized after a long, long process of figuring it out, and we are really stupid because we took so long. But basically, he said, our parents are our foundation. Our teachers are the materials, and we ourselves are the scaffolding. We, the foundation is built because our parents built us, and the teachers are the ones giving us things to keep on building. They're the things that help us build with, but we're the ones that shape who we are. We're the ones in control of what we should look like with what our parents gave us. Our parents may tell us, our morals, our principles, things that we stand by and that make us human and what make us us. But then again, we're only given materials. We're only given a solid floor in which we can construct who we are, and that's really up to us. Now, the thing is that our parents, they give us these materials, they give us this foundation, and they give us all these things, all these supplies. But then we ask, we are given these supplies, but then they're supposed to go somewhere. They're supposed to go in places where it will develop us, it will make us better. And these are our teachers. These are the people who make us better, who we go in the future and say, oh, we know what to do because of the help of these noble people. These people who take 8 hours or even more out of their lives every day, even in their weekends, where they have no break sometimes, most of the time, in fact, and they help us. And these materials are given to us for us to become better. They are the ones that they are the materials that we should not take for granted. They're the ones that we shouldn't waste in order for us to be a well-constructed and almost elite building, something that we can use for other people and, can help us learn how things should go. Now, afterwards, he told us, how do you improve then? And it's that we should use what's given to us. We shouldn't make the supplies, the money that is given to the teachers for us, but the teachers are not doing this for the money. They're doing this to see the enjoyment, the enlightenment they see, for us to see that we learn, that we gain something from their teaching, that their efforts weren't taken for granted. And because of such things, it helps me understand that I should try harder, that I may be molding myself and I may be putting myself based on what my parents have given me, but then the things that they've given me are the ones that, in the first place, I should not take for granted. They're the things that I should learn how to appreciate and learn how to help myself with. Now, with this, I can say that I should improve better. I should give more effort. I should exert myself into everything in order for me to become better in the future. And with that, I can tell myself that everything will be better and nothing will be pushed aside, nothing will be swept under the rug, and I get to enjoy my life with the things that my parents have given me, not because right now, but for the future. It's what my Sir Jerome told me, actually. Our old class advisor, our co-advisor, and our Filipino teacher told us that it's either you suffer now and you gain in the future, or you suffer later and you only gain now. And at the end of the day, you'll just be suffering and you'll just give up and you'll quit school, yada yada yada, really depressing things. So in the end of the day, I think that with the help of joy, with the help of me being optimistic, with the help of me understanding myself and what I've done wrong, and the things that I shouldn't take for granted, and these are the things my parents are giving me, are giving me. And I think, actually, I think that I've gotten mixed up. Yes, the teachers are the scaffolding and the parents are the supplies. And eventually, when you grow up, you're going to take off the scaffolding, like every other building. It needs to look presentable. No one decorates the scaffolding. They always decorate the building itself, the exterior. And that is for you to go into the future and to be independent. For you to be someone that you're molded by your parents and your teachers. so that you can be someone who will be better in the future. Thank you for watching.